Hi, everyone. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Bible software you might consider getting if you're interested in learning more about how words are used and where they occur, just as an option. And that my recommendation would be that you think about getting Accordance Bible software. It's, I think, hands down the best thing going, but compare. It's the only one I know, so it's the only one I really share much about. But let me just show you some of what you can do. You can probably already guess this, but I have open my kind of standard Hebrew Bible offerings. And so you can see that you have a translation and you can pick whatever translations you want. And then there's the Hebrew text, which I'll make bigger so it's easier to see. And then I have opened the Septuagint and the Peshitta, the Syriac Old Testament. I'll close those because that's not going to be as much interest at the moment. So at the very least, let's just say you wanted to read through the book of Daniel, and you can see that here we have a pretty easy to read text, and with every word that you cursor over, you get details that are going to appear down here. I don't have a way to hold them. They just appear instantly. They're instant details. So, Vayidabru, what is that? Oh, well, that's a PL, Vav consecutive, third masculine plural from Davar, to speak. So they spoke. They said. Who did? The Chasdim. Who are the Chasdim? Oh, that's the Chaldeans. La Melech, to the king. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's really convenient for just reading something fast, right? Secondly, let's say you were really interested in a word, like Malkut, kingdom, and you just want to see what the dictionaries say about Malchut. So if you triple click, I have my first dictionary to open is this Halot, which I just, some things about. Can make it bigger. And okay, 3 times it is spelled Malchut. I'm not going to tell you anything about this dictionary right now. You can come down. Dominion, kingship, honor, royal accomplishments, blah, blah, blah. Kind of a nice thing is that the verse you were in when you triple clicked will be in red. Like, of all these different definitions, realm, royal, blah, 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 it's kind of nice because there's a lot of verses, right? And you say, this dictionary's opinion, that doesn't mean it's the truth, is that this use in Daniel 1:1 and Daniel 2:1, when it occurs in Daniel, it means regnal period or reign, like in the reign of, that makes sense here, Malchut Nebuchadnezzar, in the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, so we could click on whatever word. Let's just see if there's another interesting word. Matzah, that word. There's matzah and some different forms and some explanation. Okay, so easy way to get the dictionary open. And you can buy different dictionaries. So I have the BDB dictionary, and you can look up the word there. So it's quicker than thumbing through the dictionary, trust me. And also then you can quickly see the different verses. And I have these set to come up at the bottom in Hebrew, but you could have it set for them to come up in English. Finally, besides parsing words for you, that is telling you what part of speech is, that's a plural, a singular, a masculine, whatever, and what it means, and then looking it up in the dictionary, so it does those things really well, really quickly. What you can do is some searches that might be of interest. So you could search for a certain word, and we were talking in class about chesed. So I've typed chesed. Several different words have the same 3-letter root, but I'm going to pick loving kindness. That's the word chesed I'm interested in. And if I just click, I will get every instance of chesed in the Bible, which you can just start scrolling through and seeing how it gets used. You also get some statistics, this 239 uses of the word chesed in the Hebrew Bible. I can't remember how to do it. You can actually even get a graph. It'll show you how many uses there are in each book, which is actually kind of a cool thing to know, because you might discover, aha, such and such a word is a favorite of the prophet Ezekiel, but is never used by the prophet Jeremiah. How interesting. So that's kind of a cool way to see the uses of a word in a hurry. And you could also do searches of every possible kind. You could look for this word only in the plural, or only with a possessive suffix, like your chesed, said to a woman, chasdeik, or whatever you wanted. One other kind of cool thing is you can look for this word combined with another word. So let me give an example. When we read Ruth, we're going to see an expression about doing chesed. And so I'm going to do a search, and I'm going to enter a command, which is to say, and. I want to find chesed and I want to say, I want to find chesed within 5 words of the verb we know for to do. Well, we don't really know it, but asa, we've seen this kind of often already, to do or to make. Because I feel like I've seen this expression before, to do chesed. So let's see how often those 2 words occur within 5. 40 times in the Bible. And it looks like, yeah, your chesed which you did, asita, or this, your chesed which you will do, and so on and so forth. And you can see all the times. Let's just see if I'm going to go down and click through books, because I am curious if that is what was said in the book of Ruth. I think Ruth tells her 2 daughters-in-law, Vatomer Naomi, Naomi says to her 2 daughters-in-law, Ya'aseh, may the Lord do chesed imachem, may the Lord do chesed with you, ka'asher, just as asitem, y'all did, im hametim, the dead, that is Naomi's 2 dead sons, imadi, and with me. Cool. All right, so there's lots more you can do with this, but in a nutshell, it could be a good investment. It's an easy way to get a Hebrew text, to have it sit side by side with an English translation. It makes using the dictionaries very easy, and you'd be amazed how much you could learn. It's actually could even be good for your studying. Sorry, I said I was going to quit, but let me just sort of show you something. When I make quizzes, I could just search for a verb anywhere in the Hebrew Bible, and I could say, I want to see verbs in the Nifal, and I want them to be perfect, past tense, suffix forms, and I just want to see ones that are feminine. There we go. 192 feminine verbs in the past tense in the Nifal. Nishchata, hishki, blah, blah, blah. And so all these things in red are Nifal verbs in the feminine, in the past tense. And actually you can see which ones occur that way. Karat, to be cut off. V'nikrata, hanefesh, the soul was cut off. V'nikrata, hanefesh. It can be actually kind of immediately revealing that, it is this root, karat, to cut, that is consistently used with the Nifal, and it looks like again and again in Leviticus with nefesh, i.e. the soul, the person that eats it will be cut off, and so on. So, that honestly, by scrolling through, you start to say, I'm learning forms, I see what things look like. All right, enough about that. If you're curious, I'll tell you more. Hop online. They have great tutorials and stuff. They're pretty nice people. Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.